Exotic positions. If you ever try some of these positions, they are really not enjoyable. I always wanted to be picked up and thrown up against the wall while my husband is holding me up by my legs. It looks so sexy in porn. In RL, I ended up with scratches all over my back. I got a leg cramp in the middle of it. My husband pulled his shoulder out and he almost dropped me. Some things are best left as fantasies. The storyline. What storylines? Shower sex, soapy everything, oiled up. Oil is fun until there is zero friction for sufficient stimulation. Cameraman. Unless he has donuts, of course. I dated a dominatrix for a bit. The sex was really hot until it wasn't. Turns out there can in fact be too much of a good thing, and there probably are limits to your pain tolerance that you wouldn't realize just watching scenes. I once dated a dominatrix too. Funny thing was she was the sub in our relationship. She never voiced it. But I always assumed that she viewed the dominatrix stuff as work and our relationship as her own personal time. Group stuff. My ex-wife was bi and would find unicorns for us. I have to say it was pretty damn fun. Anything that's a stranger encounter, especially glory holes, cream pies, and breeding. I'm well aware that women are never on the other end of that hole unless they're filming it for profit. And raw dogging strangers seems gross if I mentally put myself in that situation when I'm not mid-wank. And I just wouldn't bear being myself if I knew there was a kid out there that was mine. Definitely agree with the glory hole. Zero chance of me doing that this lifetime. My small cock, turn off. Happy Cake Day, small cock. When you are making the pizza delivery in real life, your car is double parked and you are worried about getting a $125 parking ticket and all the other pizzas getting cold. You have no time for sex. In the 90s I delivered to a woman who let me in and was only wearing a body stocking. 100% froze. Didn't know what to say. Was terrified of getting caught looking, so just locked on her eyes with this terrified expression. Left with my dollar tip. Drove back to the store rock hard. It's so hot in porn, but in real life it was too much to process at once. Those scenes with fake taxi. In real life, hell no, keep those STD for yourself, sir. Girls choking on dick. In real life I don't want my girl to choke on anything. I find this response oddly wholesome. DP. It's so hard to execute in real life and honestly not nearly as fun as it looks like in porn. It doesn't look fun at all to me, so hearing that it's even worse in real life is no surprise. Someone else fucking a girl. Right. Watching your wife with another dude just isn't my thing. Not that we've tried. Another chick might be okay, but she's not interested. Anal. It's always spotless in porn, but the few times I did it, it was a mess. You can't smell porn. Orgasmic screaming. Looks and sounds great on a screen. But I dated a gal who was a literal banshee in the throes of passion and it kind of threw off my game. Was she Sindel? Damn. Rough sex. It's a turn on to watch, but I'm not that guy. I don't want to dominate her. I'm more interested in the passionate lovemaking. I do want to dominate her and really give her a good going. But while the slapping and stuff works in porn, I don't actually want to slap my wife. I actually like my wife. Stepmothers, sisters. I haven't watched porn for a long time, but I really remember being disgusted by this. Step incest porn was weird. Because I liked the teasing, the lighting and the clothing, lingerie of the porn actresses. But I was creeped out whenever they said things like mommy, daddy, sis or bro. Holy fuck. Humiliating dirty talk. It's fun in porn, but just feels forced and silly in person. God, ain't that the truth. I think there was a moment in the show House of Lies with Don Cheadle where he's talking super filthy to the female lead, and I thought for sure if I just pictured myself as Don Cheadle I'd come off as dashing while talking dirty. I, in fact, did not. I came on my GF's face and felt a weird mix of shame and disgust. It is like David Banner versus the Hulk, isn't it? You're all like, Hulk smash. Ah, take it B, asterisk take it all. You are my whore. And then 5 seconds later you are like, oh no, what have I done to you? Look at you. Let me get you a warm washcloth with Dove soap for sensitive skin. You are an angel to let me do that to you. That's a really interesting question. I think for me, I tend to gravitate to porn that is either very much what turns me on in real life, or stuff that I've never tried. If that makes any sense. The one thing I can think of is probably dub con kind of things. Where someone is tricked, blackmailed into sex with someone. I don't really like this in real life, but there's an aspect of it in porn that is kind of hot. I thought it was interesting because for me there are a lot of these things. So I thought maybe men experience the same thing. But it's being downvoted, so IDK. Public sex, car sex excluded. Something so hot and exciting about the idea of getting it on outside of the home, but always feels way too awkward when I've tried with my partner. I feel bad for the families who might stumble upon me bending my partner over a park bench lol. Go camping. Being the one watching. Dirty talk. Very cool to listen to, but I'm very quiet in my real life. For me it's the two girls one guy stuff. I'd just be sad seeing my partner with another person. Foot job looks hot, but a girl would have to be pretty skilled to make it actually work. I think it could work as like initial foreplay, but even their hands don't really cut it when we're getting down to business. Wife once did the cringe aigao face as a joke and I immediately said, ew gross no. I enjoy it in porn but not on my favorite person. I don't even understand this in porn. What is this about?